Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we're taking a look at this. This is the Crucial BX500, a 2.5-inch solid state drive for your laptops as well as your desktop. I got the 1000 GB version or the 1 terabyte version. I got this to back up my data from a hard drive which is currently failing. Sometimes my hard drive is getting detected and sometimes it is not getting detected. So that's why I got this to back up all my data from that drive. For this drive I paid about 6,000 rupees and I got this during a sale from Amazon.in. So without any further delay, let's just take a look at what we get in the box. And speaking of the box, this is how the Crucial typical packaging looks like. Crucial on the top, BX500 model number written here, and one more thing, there is another model available which is the MX series. The difference between the two is that the BX series does not come with a DRAM. However, the MX series comes with a DRAM. DRAM drives are usually faster and their life expectancy is a little more compared to this drive which does not come with a DRAM. So without any further delay, let me just open this and see how it looks from inside. Now one good thing about the SSDs is that if you ride a bicycle a lot, you don't have to worry about bumping your drive inside your backpack because these usually don't fail when you're on a bicycle. So this is how it comes in a frustration-free packaging, as most companies like to call it. There was nothing in the box left, so let me get rid of the box now and let me get the drive out. Here is your Crucial literature. So let me see. So as you can see, this is easy to open. So this is what they call a frustration-free packaging. You can easily open this and close this without any problem. Let me get the drive out. So this is how the drive looks, very light in nature. BX written here. It is kind of engraved Crucial logo here by Micron. At the back you can see the voltage and the current requirement of the SSD is written here. One thing that you should always do is make sure to check the serial number on the packaging as well as on the box. So I've done that, so that checks out. So compared to a normal hard drive, this is very light in nature. The weight is almost next to nothing, and in the box you also get this small piece of booklet which I'm not sure is in different languages. So let me keep all this thing aside. The other thing is that it comes with a 3-year limited warranty. So let me plug this in my computer and let us do a quick speed test and we'll see how it looks. By the way, this is how the drive looks from the top. These are your SATA interface connector, and the maximum speed that you can get with the SATA interface connector is your 6 gigabits per second. That's about 600 megabytes per second or so. Here are your mounting screws on both the sides, 2 on the sides, 2 on the sides and 4 on the back if you have such type of mounting mechanism inside your laptop or your desktop. I will be putting this in a desktop, copying all my data from my hard drive. So let me just put this in a computer and see what are the speed tests that we get. Okay, so this is my computer. So let us connect our SSD. So on a typical SSD or hard disk drive, you have this SATA interface in which this port is for your data transfer and this port is for your power supply. So this port supplies the power to your SSD and this port supplies or takes the data and writes the data on your SSD. So on a computer or on a laptop you will find these two ports. So this one is for power and this is for your data transfer. So let me connect the data cable first. So the data cable is now connected. Let me connect the other cable which is for the power, and you will see this is the SATA power cable. So our SSD is now connected. So let us see what we see in our computer. Alright guys, so this is my PC. Let us go ahead and click on my computer. After clicking on my computer, you will see that it is not displaying my SSD, it is displaying my old 500 gigabytes hard drive, but my SSD is not displaying. So what we need to do now is we need to search for computer management. So go on the start button, click on it and search for computer management. COMPUTER, and it should show up as computer management. Go ahead and click on it. You will get this prompt. Click on yes. Let us wait. Alright guys, so disk management is now opened. And inside disk management, you will see there is on the left side, there is a lot of options. So what we need to do, we need to click on the disk management button, where it right under the storage, it says disk management. Click on it. Wait for a second. Okay, after you click on it, you will get this option. Sometimes you don't get this option, but don't worry about it. So in my case, my computer is very old, so I will be selecting MBR. However, if your computer is new and if your computer supports UEFI, then you will probably choose GPT. In this case, my computer is old, so I will be selecting MBR. So click OK. And also, because our drive is not initialized, it is displaying as drive not initialized. So make sure you've selected the disk which you need to initialize, which is disk 0 in this case, 931 gigabytes. Click OK. And right off the bat, we can see that out of 1000 GB, we are only getting 931 GB of space, which is available to us out of 1000 GB. But let us see whether our drive is now available to us in my computer or not. But you can see that it is still not visible. So what we need to do is click on the go back to this option, and here you can see that our disk, our SSD is still unallocated. So we need to assign this a drive letter. Like we have drive C, drive D and drive E, we need to assign this a drive letter of its own. So right click on this and then click new simple volume. Click on next. And here you can select whatever you want to select. Don't change this setting just yet because we want to make just a single drive. Click next. You can also make partitions here, but I don't want to make any partitions because I just want to use the SSD as my backup and I want to store all my data from my hard disk. Click next. So here it is asking you what drive letter you want to give it. There is option G, A, B, C, D. Let us give it X. X looks decent. Click on next. Here you can select the format you want to format this. I'm on a Windows computer, so NTFS will give me the best performance. However, you can also choose exFAT. I will be choosing NTFS, and I will also be performing a quick format just for this ones. So go ahead and click on next. You can also change the name of the drive. I'm going to keep it as new volume, or let me just change it to Crucial, CRUCIAL. Click on next. Click finish. And now as you can see, our drive from black is now displaying as blue, and at the bottom you can see it is saying formatting, and on the top you will see that there is one extra option which now says raw, and on the left side it was saying formatting, but now it says healthy partition, and at the bottom you will see a drive is now formatted. So now if I go to my computer, you will see that my drive is now being displayed as Crucial X, and we are getting the space available space is 931 gigabytes. So let me just go ahead and click on, and let me open the Crystal Disk Mark, and let us do our speed test. Now remember, my computer is very old, so I'm still running a 3 gigabits interface as my SATA interface on my motherboard. So let me just select the drive as X, which is 931 GB. Select this, and then I will click on all. So I'm expecting speeds about more than 250 or something like that, because I'm on a maximum 300 megabyte system. So that is the kind of speed that I'm expecting on my very old computer. So you can see we're getting some results here. So the read speed we are getting, sequential read speed we are getting here is about 262 megabytes. Alright guys, so these are the results that I'm getting on my very old computer. I'm running on a 3 gigabit system or 300 megabyte system. So usually with my hard disk drive, with my hard disk I get about 130 to 140 megabytes. But with this SSD I'm getting about 262 and 250 on the write speed and 262 on the read speed. So these are my results on the Crystal Disk Mark benchmark. Alright, so this was my testing of the SSD Crucial BX500. Now let me show you why the 1000 GB becomes 931 GB. The reason is that when these companies and manufacturers market and sell their product, they use decimal system, and we know in decimal system what happens. So when we take a kilo is represented by 3 zeros. So if I were to write something down like this, in decimal system, if I were to write 1 kilo of something, let's say 1 kilobytes, a kilo is represented by 1000 of that thing. So 1000 bytes is 1 kilobytes, and that is in decimal system. A kilo means 3 zeros. So this 1 kilobytes has these many zeros. So let me write this number down. We have this number, and this is written in decimal standard. So we have 1000 GB, or we can say 1 terabyte, 1 TB. So let me first write 1 kilobyte. So for a kilobyte I will have 1 and 3 zeros, 1 2 3 3 zeros. For a megabyte, let's write that down. This is KB. For a megabyte we will add 3 more zeros. This now becomes a megabyte. For a gigabyte we will add 3 more zeros, 1 2 3. For a megabyte we'll add 3 more zeros, that means it becomes gigabytes. And for a terabyte, which is this drive, we will add 3 more zeros, 1 2 3, and now this will become a terabyte. So in a terabyte or a 1000 GB drive we have 12 zeros, right? And this is in decimal system, and this is what is used when these types of drives are sold in the market and marketed all around. So this is the number that you see, it is written in decimal. However, when we talk about computers, in computers a kilo is not represented by 1000. In computers, computer uses binary, and in binary a kilo is represented by 1024 bytes. So this is the reason we have this difference. So in decimal we have a kilo is represented by 1000. In binary, a kilobyte or a kilo is represented by 1024. So if I need to convert this value in computer standards, what I will do, I will need to divide this value by 1024. So if I divide this value once by 1024, it is in, this value is in bytes. If I divide this by 1024, I will get my answer in kilobytes, in KB. If I divide this again, I will get my answer in megabytes, MB. If I whatever the answer I got from this, if I divide that answer again with 1024, then I will get my answer in gigabytes. So let me see if we are getting the right answers. So we've got this. Let's represent a 1000 byte in decimal standards. So in decimal standards we have 1 kilobyte as 1000. So let me write that down. So we have 1 kilobyte, which is 1000. Let's make it MB, add 3 more zeros, 1 2 3. Let's make it gigabytes, add 3 more zeros, 1 2 3. Turn it to terabyte, add 3 more zeros, 1 2 3. Okay, so now we have represented this value in decimal standards, but this is in decimal standards. Let's convert this to binary standards. In binary standards we need to divide this by 1024. So let me divide this by 1024. This value is in bytes. If I divide this by 1024, I will get my answer in kilobytes. So dividing this once by 1024, this is the answer that I get, and this is in kilobytes. So we've got this done. Okay, now let me divide this again by 1024. Divide this by 1024. Now I get this answer, and this is in megabytes. This is in megabytes. If I divide this again by 1024, I will get my answer in gigabytes, and as you can see in gigabytes I'm getting 931 gigabytes, and this is the reason our 1000 GB drives turns to 931 GB, because these products are marketed and sold using the decimal system, but the computer uses binary system, and during that conversion this is what happens. And that brings us to the end of this video, and this was my video on the Crucial BX500 drive. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.